Hello Gizmos and welcome back to another episode of the Drayton Town Career Mode on PS5. So we have some big news. Eafc24 has sort of been released in terms of the trailer, the gameplay, and a little bit of in-depth of what mode is going to happen. And then during the course of the week, we're going to obviously have a little bit more about like clubs, career mode, UT and stuff like that. For me, I'm only interested in clubs, the pro club stuff and the career mode. So looking forward to seeing what they do and what upgrades they have done. But in the meantime, we'll crack on in September in our first sort of stint in League One. We're in the Bristol Street Movers Trophy, where we of course got to the final but got beaten by Derby County. Very unfortunate in that final that we did lose to them, but it was a pretty good game. Ocean gets us off and running with a fantastic goal. That was, by the way, in and off the crossbar. Always shots like that always look better in and off the crossbar as well, especially when it hits the woodwork. Tony almost got a second, but it was a half decent save from the Crawley goalkeeper to keep it at 1-0. And then Tyler whips in a corner, kind of a deep corner. As I said in my previous video, we're trying to go for these goals, but apparently Jaden fouled something or fouled someone, and I think Robbie was going to score if it didn't go there. But Crawley did equalise straight after half time. It was a good finish, actually. This Darcy player was causing me all types of problems, to be honest with you. He's quite a nippy little player. He actually was causing me a load of problems here. Crawley actually really did play kind of well. Jaden did really well to get in a leg in there to stop any potential sort of goal. Robbie did really well. Quick counter-attacking from us. Look, one touch to sort of passing in and around the play, just sort of trying to bring everyone into it. Ocean played in Kean, who did really well. Low little cross into Robbie. Great touch and a fantastic finish as well. Into the far corner to restore our lead and go 2-1 up. I kind of don't think we deserved it. Crawley actually did play really well in the second half, but I have a suspicion that all teams do play better in the second half. I don't know why, but they do. Here, what a strike that is. It was a really good save actually from Alfie, but apparently it went down as the foul on the edge of the box. Jaden headed it off the line. I think it was going in. A load of ricochets here. Come to Orsi. I think it just moved actually, and a weird header that Alfie saved comfortably. But I think that Orsi's actually moved to someone. I think he's left Crawley. But it'd be a good little chance from him. But this was a great strike. I think he hit it with the outside of the foot, curled around the defender into the far corner, and gave Crawley an equaliser. And it looked like it was going to go to a point. We're both going to get a point. Of course, there's no penalty shootouts in this sort of stage. But Robbie did really well. Laid it back to Ocean, who took a touch calmly. I say slotted it in, but maybe a little bit of panic there from Ocean as he sort of hit it. But either way, Ocean wins the game for us. And that's a big thing. We need a big win like that to go into these sort of games. That we do need the best sort of run that we can get. Almost actually ended 3-3 in literally the last kick of the game, but the referee blew for full time because the Crawley striker was offside. Really unlucky for them, but absolutely gutted for them. But for us, it was amazing. Here, Bristol Rovers away in our nice kit. Neil gets us off and running after 7 minutes. A great strike. Good little through ball through to him as well. More I look at this kit, the more it grows on me. The green fits really well with the, I guess it's maroon sort of colours, but does really actually looks really nice. And then out of nowhere, Ryan went all the way and slots it into the far corner. 2-0 up against Bristol Rovers, who I think were without a win this season. I know we're only in September, and it's like the 6th or 7th game. But I think they generally don't have a win. They're not an overly fantastic side anyway in League One. I'm surprised they haven't gone down as quickly as they should have, really, especially with the managers that they've had, especially Joey Barton. I don't think he was one of their best ones. Here, Dan went in with a challenge. The referee deemed it as a red card. I don't think it was because I've gone from behind whilst trying to play the ball. If you do that, you kind of get a yellow card for them sort of challenges, but the referee disagreed, sent Dan off, and he will miss a couple of games now, unfortunately. Mikey could have added a third, but it's a half-decent save from the goalkeeper. And in here, I don't know, when I was controlling it, I promise you right now, I did not mean to header it as Ocean. I wanted to control it, but either way, he slots it away Last kick of the game makes it 3-0. The game was done and dusted anyway into the final minutes. But even with 10 men to score was a pretty good achievement as well. But the skill from Ocean was absolutely class. Next, Pompey. Here, Mikey had a good chance outside the foot. It was a really good save from the keeper. And then I swung it in with a corner. Up went Chris. Almost scores, and I tried to get there with Paul, but it's just blocked off from the defender. Really good defending. Then Pompey's first chance, Sadie here did really well. Set it back to Bishop. Sov had to make a save. When I was playing this game, Pompey was passing it around, and in the league, in this, they're not doing very well. They're actually kind of doing very poor in terms of league position and the sort of the standings. When I played against them, they looked a half-decent team, so I don't know what the AI sort of computer is doing in that respect. They almost get a goal off the post. Sadie could have touched that away. Was very unfortunate he didn't. It was really good defending. But for all of Pompey's playing out the backs, a heavy touch there. If it was Sean Raggett, it doesn't surprise me because he's got a mistake in him like that. I don't know because they've changed their numbers and stuff like that. But yeah, this weird thing with Pompey that they've got is really unfortunate that they're not making them sort of towards the top of the table. They're actually making them towards the bottom. And if FIFA did it based on real life, then obviously we were the best team in the league. Almost gave away penalty from Ryan Paddy Lane into Sadie. It was a great shot there, but Bishop does what he does. He poaches it. Novio almost blocks it out. Sov made a good save to start with. Almost like cuts it out. Novio did his best as well. But the game was sort of dead and dusted here. I went in. I thought the referee was going to blow it, but he didn't. I went in with Novio to clear the ball because it was there. I was just going to hoof it out of play, settle for a draw. But apparently it was deemed a penalty. I don't think it was. Yes, I went in for a slide tackle, but I went to clear the ball. And even on the replay there, I got a touch on the ball with my right foot as well. So really gutted that happened. Bishop, the only man that I think that you would probably want on a penalty, whether it's the first minute or the last minute, was going the right way, went the other way because Bishop always goes left if anyone notices that. But he slotted it away. Pompey get the win. They probably deserved it on the balance of play. They had a few shots. We didn't really do well in the second half. A few chances, but Pompey do take the points and beats our unbeaten record as well. Here's Salford away. An absolutely shocking first half was only met by one save from the goalkeeper and one shot that we had, which was forced for a corner. And then from the corner, Neil swung at him. Chris did well to get there for a header. Dan's shot went for another corner, but the referee had seen enough. I had seen enough as well. It was such a bad game in the first half. Or it'd been nice to take the corner because obviously we got it. But if it was up the other end, I would like to see if he played it anyway. Probably the wrong man on this. Dave coming in here. It's a great shot, but it's just wide. It's sort of wasted chance, really. I made a lot of changes because the fitness of players was so bad. For some reason, I don't know why they were bad, but they were. Jack's putting a great ball. Mikey, you would expect him to score that. He was so unlucky that he didn't score that, but he goes ahead and scores that. It's an outrageous strike with his left foot. It's very weird how you score an amazing shot like that and then miss the header that he did. It is kind of weird how these sort of things work out, really. Tyler got on a header there, but it's just over the bar. Could have sort of cemented a 2-0 victory for us. But we managed to win 1-0. We'll take it. It's a good win. And it just sort of boosts us up the table. Here, Tommy almost gave us a lead against Plymouth. Plymouth were up there as well. I think they were fourth in the table at the time we're recording this. They played really well, Plymouth, in this game. Give them massive credit. If once Wayne Rooney takes over, I'm sure he's going to do a really decent job. But they are favourites to go down, actually. Another chance here. Mikey, what a touch that is. And it's a great save. I think in this game, the keeper for Plymouth had round about 7 saves, I think. I won't show, obviously, all the shots on target, but the Plymouth keeper was absolutely keeping them in it for a very, very long time. Sov was called into a save. It was a half-decent save, actually. A good Plymouth move here. I was only the furthest man here. Great little cuts in there. I saw the run of Mikey, stayed on side, and then try to slot it in. But what a save that is with the left wrist. And then again, Mikey here is another great save with his left wrist. I could have shot with Joe, but this keeper was getting, he was just saving everything that was going at him until he met the header of Chris. Powerful header. You'd think all the saves that he did make, that one would be one of the easiest to save. Chris just telling everyone to calm down. I had a few boos, actually, when I'm recording it. It was kind of weird, but it is what it is. But yeah, we finally scored just before half time. Plymouth did equalise late in the game. The game in the second half was very dead. I was trying to stick behind the ball, sort of hit them on the counter attack because Plymouth were absolutely bombarding me. They were offside. Novio did well to step up when he did because it was I think it's the right foot, or no, it's the left knee and the right foot, so they're both offside, but it's a very good call from the linesman. I know it's computer AI, but even still, it's a decent call to get that right. And then we take up the win as well, so it's a clean sheet and a good win. Here, Shrewsbury away, a team that's not very good. Again, a team that I expect to get relegated in League One. Same as Bristol Rovers and Port Vale and all these teams that did go down. You'd expect them to go down soon, Shrewsbury, to be fair. Neil then restored our, I say advantage, but got us back on level terms with a fantastic finish, that is, in the 40th minute, just before half-time. The pressure that we put under Shrewsbury was really good, especially that they were trying to play out from the back. I don't know why they did. Into the second half, just on the hour mark, Chris got up with a header, was then challenged off of it. But Paul, look at this for a touch on the volley. I'll tell you what, that is just not too far of the post. I don't normally show replays of missed goals, or I show replays of screamers, but that is not too far away. Great effort from Paul. And I've said it previously, and I'll keep saying it, our corners are absolutely key, especially when you've got the height of Dan as well. Chris seems to score a lot for his height as well, but Dan is the main target that you aim for. He scores another header and gives us 2-1 lead, and we win the game, and it's another victory for us. So an unbeaten month, which is fantastic. No, not unbeaten month. Pompey was the only game we lost at home, but an unbeaten away game. You can see Pompey here, 19th. I'm not, like, as a Pompey fan, I'm not happy with that because, you know, we should be doing way better. And the players that they had, that was actually brilliant. That they do have. So it's weird how it does that. But we're top. That's all that matters. Clean sheets. Sov on 4 and Ian on none. I think Alfie's got none or 2. I can't quite remember. Goals, Mikey flying in with 7 at the moment. Ocean 4 goals as well. Even Chris and Dan have got 3 and 2 goals respectively, considering their positions. Obviously, it's great that they do have these goal contributions as well. Neil, I haven't actually scored. I know we're pushing in towards the 3rd month, but I haven't scored. Tommy hasn't scored. Paul hasn't scored. A lot of other players, Keane and that, haven't scored as well. The clean sheets, Ian has 2. Alfie doesn't have any yet, which is a little bit disappointing, but we shall see what happens. But that is going to wrap up the end of the video. I do appreciate everyone watching. If you're new to the channel, subscribe around here. I do a different variety of content as well, with different games, and obviously more games coming up into the summer, especially with the next FIFA as well. Might have a little surprise for you, but I'll have to see if I can talk about that.